I was born and brought up in Edinburgh, and we used to go on family holidays down to the borders, and we didn't have a car, so we always went on the train to the borders, to the Melrose Sevens and down to magical Riccarton Junction, where you could only get by train. There was no road access. So I had very strong childhood memories of the railway. And then when the line was threatened in 1968, even though I was just 16 years old, I was really alarmed by this because it seemed to me all wrong that a region like the Borders should lose all its rail services. And ever since then I've missed the Waverley Route, and ever since then I thought it was a grave social and economic injustice. The Waverley Route began life as a branch line from Edinburgh to Hawick in the mid-Victorian period, built by the North British Railway, which then saw it as a launching pad onto Carlisle and the West Coast main line south from there. And it became a double-track main line that served a very important purpose until 1923, when it became part of the London and North Eastern Railway, which concentrated on its main line from London to Edinburgh down the east coast. So the Waverley Route found itself out on a limb to some extent. And then when Beeching came round in the early 60s, it was seen as a duplicating main line because there already existed a line from Edinburgh to Carlisle via Beatock and Carstairs. So the Beeching report spelt the end for the Waverley Route mistakenly because it didn't take enough account of the population that lived along the railway in the central borders.
Well, the Borders Railway was really reborn in a sense after the closure of Via Systems in 1998. Although there was a campaign to have the Borders Railway returned, it was that closure and the economic working group that came out of it that recognised that the Borders needed better transport links. A government working party of the time looked at the Scottish Borders and recognised that our road links were poor, we had no rail links at all, and for us to have a much stronger and better economy in years to come, we needed to do something, and the railway was very much the answer. Government then gave us significant support and help to do a major feasibility study to determine how best to go forward, and actually after looking at a number of options, including a road building option, the Borders Railway as we know it was born, and that was really the reason why the Borders Railway today is being delivered. What the line will do is significantly benefit the Borders. It will provide us with a modern transport hub which links into the rest of Scotland, something we don't have at this moment in time. It will certainly help attract businesses into the area who do rely on rail links, and it will also give us the opportunity to have many people who live in the Borders but work out with the region. They will now have the opportunity to use rail transport, and that's a very big issue for us. We've got many people who do want to live in our region, but because of the nature of what they do, they will always have to work in the central belt of Scotland. That's not always easy to do by car. It will be made a lot more easy to do by railway. There's also the huge tourist implications of the line. There's always been a big recognition that the line is a very scenic line, the Borders is a very beautiful place to come and see, and many tourists and day trippers will want to come and use that line. So there's very significant economic opportunities for the line, inward investment, making sure that people can freely move about in Scotland and bringing in tourists, and that's some of the major benefits to the Borders Railway.